we have our second prime talk on skills of future leaders in the age of digital disruption by Mr. Vishwanath, Head TA NHRD. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vishwanath. Mr. Vishwanath is an international award-winning HR professional with expertise in global talent acquisition with over 20 years of experience. Known as a man of patents with experience in high volume, niche hiring and executive hiring. Over to you, sir.
So distinguished guests and my dear friends, I think it's important to thank all of you for us to actually come here and talk about it. I was listening to a lot of you, but then I was also thinking that is it that we should learn from you or you should learn from us? And when I was just walking in, I was thinking that yes, I think we should learn from you, right? So after the panel discussions, it's important to understand. Okay, let's do this small exercise. How many times in your life this incident happened to you, where you saw something very extraordinary, like, oh my God, this will change my life, and next day you kind of made only 50% of it. Next day, slowly, nothing happened and no change in your life. How many times it happened? You went through a great training program, like for example, Anupam is a great person, and my friend Aditya, I don't know where he is. When you listen to them, you're like, oh my God, I'm learning something, but then nothing happens after that. How many times it happened? All times? How many want to take a oath today that I will take one aspect of this presentation today? Yes, thank you very much. Okay. So let's understand future of. How many of you feel that future of management lies in the way technology is adopted? Thank you. Right? What do I mean to say that? Why do I say that? Right? So technology drives management, management drives technology. And these are the future technologies, right? Now, Vishwa, you are talking about 11 different technologies. Is it that I have to learn everything? How many of you say yes? The answer is very simple. What's in it for me? There could be some technology of this particular thing which is relatable to your experience and which is what you need to learn. And that's what is the message here. Don't worry about your friend doing a cybersecurity course not related to what you need to be doing. You need to be doing what you need to be doing in terms of what knowledge you carry and enhance that knowledge. Who are in demand? According to me, there are 4 types of people, but in this room there are 2 people. Subject matter experts, these are the people who actually go into corporates, and people who build business. I think with a lot of emphasis that Dr. Jay Chaudhary did, I think a lot of you are still thinking about starting something on your own, right? Yeah, that's what we are thinking about. I think that's what something that I would want you to think about. It's important. A lot of these startup founders, if you go meet them today, after 10 years, they will say that I was also like you guys. These are not the people who actually were born in different planet altogether. So please understand that it's any human being can do anything, provided they have the direction that they want to go into. So what do subject matters do? They have a great functional knowledge, they do a good market research, they bring in a lot of domain expertise, functional knowledge, technology knowledge, team skills and all that. These are the people who essentially will go into corporates, right? On the other hand, we'll talk about people who are in startup business. They essentially are the ones who are ideating, they are essentially are the ones who are actually building businesses, they are the ones who are looking at market scalability, they are the people who are building financial models, they are actually looking at access to the cloud, access to the climate kind of situations and all that. They are going to market, understanding the problem and all that stuff, right? So you can choose what you want to do, right? It's not. In fact, one of the founders that I know has started his journey after when he was 48 years. So there is no age for being a startup, or there is no age to come into corporate, right? So there are 3 dimensions that you look at this slide. So how many of you feel that you can actually do a lot to the corporate than what corporate can give it to you? Yeah, we have a lot of hands raised, right? Okay. Can you teach us discipline? Yes?
Yes.
Definitely yes, right? Can you make us to come to office on time? Right? Right? So you will not believe just one team member joining a new team who are from you will change the dynamics of the team. You will see that people start responding on time because you are sitting on the other side responding on time, FOMO effect, and last but not the least, integrity, right? So corporates, you will see that there are shades of integrity, but then nobody can question the defense armed forces integrity. Nobody can, right? So I'm an army product. My father was in army, by the way, right? So it's important to understand what you can bring into the table. So I'll give you a very social experience that I've gone through, not even 4 days back. When these posters were made, they listed my name as one of the speaker. There are 17 CVs from this batch came to me. 17 CVs came to me, and 16 of them said, Vishwa, we know you are speaking. Here is my CV. Can you help me? And one person did one thing very interesting, and I'm working on that guy now. It is no more his problem, it is my problem. He said that ANSR does GCC consulting, and I have this experience where I had done this kind of consulting previously. I also saw that you guys do a lot of project management, commercial kind of work and all that. In my various stint, I had all of this experience. I think 15 days is what I need to take to join your company, to make myself visible. In fact, I am now working with that guy to set the... So what I'm trying to say is that it's not about, one of the guys said carpet bombing, right? So you need to also see how you cannot throw something on them and ask them to help. You should say what you can do and then tell them this is what I can look at, kind of thing, right? Public speaking, nobody can actually even do better job than you guys, right? Then stakeholder management. Change management is one, and creating stabilities. That is what is corporate's expectation. They are expecting that change management is happening on every time and all that stuff, and then at the same time you are also expected to build stability in the team, right? And then fail fast. So you can make a mistake, realize the mistake faster, and then there's a tip off point. I think there was a research done. There's a point at which you can say that this is the point I should not go forward to make a mistake. Understand what is that point. Till that you can make any number of mistakes. And those mistakes will not even covered in the whole process. Once you go to the stage gate of the next level, and if you make a mistake, it will cost millions of revenue loss to the company. Right? Ecosystem learning. I'm sure you had people from Navy, you had people from Army, you had people from Air Force. You can understand how an Air Force structure looks like. And I'm sure some people would have come from industry background to teach you some subjects, talk about that and all. And then in the lunch table we were discussing about an interesting topic. 10 of the HR people who came here today are willing to come back on one day again to talk about how to ensure that you do a great interview in terms of from the making the CV towards the interview process towards what kind of questions you should be asking, right? So there are a lot of don'ts. A lot of people don't tell you don'ts, but then I think we'll also be interested in telling you what are these, right? The second dimension that I would want to look at is business. So you need to understand, okay, I am in procurement role. How am I adding value to the business, right? Then we're talking about future tech. So am I using any future technology to do my job better? Am I better than the yesterday version or not? Am I looking at my ecosystem to learn from people and others? Functional knowledge. So your today's version should be better than yesterday's version. So how do you think that, okay, this is what I would learn today, right? I think Nagin would have said that every week you have to have a time or calendar that you are learning these things. And my suggestion is always incremental learning in the same subject than just doing 100 things and getting confused about what you need to do, right? So the last thing is academic experience. So I'm sure many of you are talking about research papers, writing something academically and all that. It will also help you to write something good content on LinkedIn. I am sure many people who are really good authors today are good writers first of all. So you should start writing in a small way or the other. I have a lot of my friends who keep a Friday or a Saturday, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, they just pen something and then they just push the content. And I'm sure a lot of people who like, there are a lot of people who talk about it. Right? I think that's something that it is not very tough. ChatGPT can do the job for you if you want, but then I think authentic writing is what we need to look at. So I think you need to take a long breath and say that it's not very tough, right? I'll give you an icing of the cake, right? 70% you know already. Can you teach your friends on personal well-being, right? So when you ask that guy to teach you on ChatGPT, he will do that. You can also teach that person on personal well-being, right? That's how you make connections, right? Strategic thinking. You are in a situation of war, right? If I do a wrong coding, maybe not many people will die in a software or an engineering company, but one wrong decision that you made in that war field can actually take. So who can be better than you guys in doing personal problems? So you can actually go back and tell your colleagues that this is how you should be solving their problem. 70% you already know. Maybe 20% building high performing team, you need to understand them, you need to build them, build the confidence and all that. And last but not the least, future technology. I also saw that a lot of you guys who have posted their profiles on LinkedIn and the brochure that I saw, they have taken a lot of certification course in cybersecurity and all that, which means you are also there. So if you see 100%, you are almost there, 80, 90, whatever that number is. And industry is not looking at all 100% by the way, right? But then what is that you can bring to the table, you should know. We will not be able to tell you. And if you say that this is what I know, and this is how much time I will take to get into the level that you are expecting, I think more than 100% of the HR people will be more than interested to kind of consider your profile. And Rakesh was talking about an experiment that we did 15 years back. Even today I am in touch with all the 10 people, they're CHROs or CEOs of companies, right? So they have done that, you can do it, and we are all there to support you. Thank you very much. You must either modify your dreams or magnify your skills. Thank you very much.